on WMIX. Lady Rams basketball is powered by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Lady Rams, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. You can also watch Lady Rams basketball with streaming video on WMIXsports.com, powered by Dale's Harley-Davidson. Lady Rams basketball is also sponsored by Red Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilf. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto and Terra Bank. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Sarah Staley, your country financial agent. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Heartland Accounting. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski for Mount Vernon Lady Rams basketball from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Lady Rams pregame starts now.
And good evening. Welcome inside Carbondale Community High School Championship semifinal action in the Carbondale Midwinter Tournament. Chris Hugo with you tonight. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. You'll hear him in just a moment as the Waltonville Spartans on the FM will battle the Odin Eagles in the third place game of the Midland Trail Conference Tournament. Glad to have you aboard tonight, of course, for Lady Rams basketball, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. This is your Lady Rams pregame. We'll tell you about this matchup between the 6-9 Collinsville Lady Kahoks and the 15-3 Mount Vernon Lady Rams. First, we need to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll assess this matchup between these two teams from the Nashville tournament, but they did not play back in November. They're playing here tonight. Should be a good one. We'll tell you all about it. We'll take a break. This is Lady Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
How does Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon stay the longest-running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois? How about free pickup and delivery and being the home of the $29.95 oil change? Plus, get financing as low as 1.5 APR, along with the best selection of certified pre-owned Harley-Davidsons. So now you know how Dale's Harley-Davidson stays number one. Dale's Harley-Davidson, open every day but Wednesday, just off of I-57 in Mount Vernon. Visit dales-hd.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Dig in with full-contact coal miner training at Red Lake College. Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power sitters. And check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full-contact, hands-on coal mining. Real equipment, real life, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
Announcing Schmidt Ford of Salem, sales lineup. Paula, the Gardner Russell. Jason, the Mini Webb. Steve, the Sleeper Hotsy. Francis McIntosh. Mac, the Hacker Reed. Jill, the Gambler McManus. Rick, Part-Time Bale. Jim, No Pressure Barkus. Jack, the Dealmaker Johnson. And Mike, the Hunter Russell. From our team to your team, Schmidt Ford of Salem wishes all our local sports teams a safe and winning season.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dixon, Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler on WMIX.
And the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler, your Jeep headquarters in Southern Illinois. Find them at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or log on to kingcitychrysler.com. Chris Hugo with you tonight as the Mount Vernon Lady Rams tangle with the Collinsville Lady Kahoks in a matchup of semifinal proportions here at the Carbondale Midwinter Tournament. Glad to have you aboard here on WMIX Mount Vernon and online at WMIXsports.com. Streaming video tonight for the Lady Rams. Glad to have you with us regardless of where you may be watching us. And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter tonight at WMIX Sports. About 4 or 5 minutes before we start this one between two great teams in girls basketball. Of course, Collinsville has a 6-9 record out of the tough Southwestern Conference, have a 3-5 conference mark. They battled in the Nashville Thanksgiving tournament to open the year, where they open up 2-2. They lost to Nashville and Oakville. It's not going to be easy against teams like that. Oakville, of course, on a recent hot streak, especially out of that Highland tournament, but beat Massac County and Triad. So since then, have that 2-2 mark. Of course, they are just 4-7. So started off 500, now 4-7 since coming in to this Carbondale Midwinter Tournament. They got to this game by beating Marion on Monday night, 58-36. Of course, the Lady Rams beat DuQuoin, 58-11. We'll tell you more about the Lady Rams season up until this point. We need to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have much more to talk about. We'll also have your Central Christian Church starting lineups coming up in just a moment. This is Lady Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Clear and breezy tonight, a low of 30-34. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, windy, milder, high 54. And mainly clear tomorrow night, a low 23-27. Sunday, much colder. Sunshine for the most part, high of 35. Monday, even colder with some sunshine, a high of 24. And Tuesday, clouds and sun and quite cold, a high only 21. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Paying bills can be such a hassle. You write a check, find an envelope and a stamp, mail it, and repeat. Bill pay with People's National Bank can save you time and money. Just go to peoplesnationalbank.com, log in, and pay all of your bills without using a single stamp. Pay anyone, any time of the day, instantly. Stop by People's National Bank today, and we'll help you get started. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC.
Don't you hate it when one of your family members borrow your car and then you get in to find all of your settings changed? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. The 2013 Ford Escape boasts Ford's My Key technology, which lets you program individual keys so two family members can share the car, yet have personalized settings take effect when they use their unique keys. Wow! With its safety features, best-in-class fuel economy, and aerodynamic design, the 2013 Ford Escape S at Ford Square is perfect for everyone. Save $2,000 on this king of the crossovers when you finance through Ford Motor Credit, including 3 payments on us. Come and see and test drive the 2013 Ford Escape at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or log on to FordSquare.com.
Back to Lady Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Glad to have you with us in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Chris Hugo with you tonight. The Lady Rams and Lady Kahoks coming up here from Carbondale. Championship, semifinal between these two teams. Winner will play tomorrow at 1:30. Loser plays in a third-place game at noon. This is your Lady Ram pregame show, and of course, Lady Rams basketball is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Your Central Christian Church starting lineups will be up ahead. We need to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll introduce both teams, the 15-3 Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the 6-9 Collinsville Kahoks. This is Lady Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, with a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com, where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Does it frustrate you when the person in front of you at the grocery store searches in their purse for what seems to be half an hour trying to find exact change? Tell them about People's National Bank's Visa check cards and make everyone's shopping experience a little quicker. Just swipe your card, sign your receipt, and you don't have to worry about exact change. Need cash back? Just enter your PIN and select the cash back button, and you have an instant ATM.
Hello, my name's Richard. When my wife had a heart attack, every second felt like an eternity. I wasn't thinking about what hospital had outstanding results or first-class facilities. All I cared about was getting her help fast. Thankfully, I didn't have to think about those things. The ambulance took us to Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. From the second we were admitted, I knew she was in great hands. My wife was immediately treated by an experienced cardiologist. I have no doubt the folks at Good Samaritan saved my wife's life that day. It wasn't until later that I realized Good Samaritan ranks 20% faster than the national average in response time. And they work directly with the prestigious Open Heart program at Washington University. In 2013, Good Samaritan will be opening an all-new regional health center, making their heart care even greater. We're thankful that such quality care exists right here in Southern Illinois.
Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Lady Rams basketball on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting.
We were going to try to get you the Central Christian Church starting lineups, but if you want to experience the fastest 30 seconds in sports, come watch the lineups be introduced to Carbondale. We'll be getting underway quickly. The tip controlled by Collinsville into the front court, going right to left in their home whites with purple trim. That's Brady with it up top. Looks off to Schneider off the left wing. Inside, Lady Rams in man. Trying to control the tempo early. Let's see what they can do here defensively. 7:40 mark of the first quarter. No score underway. Brady with it at the volleyball line. Looks out to the left wing for McCarthy. McCarthy off to the left wing. Has Brady coming around off of a cut into the corner. Guarded by Claire Ryan. Starters for the Lady Rams as Brady dribbles into the paint. Claire Ryan gets a hand there. It's going to be a jump ball forced. Turnover to Collinsville. And, of course, your starters for Collinsville, number 25, Aubrini Brady, number 30, Katie McCarthy, number 34, Carla Haldy, number 42, Cassidy Smith, and number 11, Julie Scheider. Of course, we'll have a turnover in the backcourt and a layup by Brady. She picks up the first points of the ball game, and both teams have a turnover apiece now here in the early going. 7:13 to play in the first quarter, 2-0 Collinsville on top. Here early, Central Christian Church starting lineups. It's going to be Hannah Owens underneath. Good pass from Aaliyah Palmer on the left wing to Hannah Owens down low. We are tied at 2 just like that. Of course, incredible things are happening at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Look no further than thenewscentral.com, where you can watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. It's thenewscentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Haldy threw it up inside. No good. The rebound will go to Courtney Scarborough. So the Rams pick up a defensive board here in the early going. 6:47 mark of this first quarter. Tied at 2. It's Claire Ryan with a left-hand dribble. For the Lady Rams, of course, it's your usual suspects. Claire Ryan, number 10. Hannah Owens wears number 35. As Ryan's going to pull it from 3 on the left. No good. Rebound will go to Brady. Here come the Kahoks into the front court. Right-hand dribble up to the left wing. Looking inside, Haldy's going to try to turn around inside on Owens. Kicks out. Scheider 3 on the way. It's good. And just like that, it's 5-2. Cahokia on top. Getting to know the rest of the Lady Rams. They turn it over in the backcourt. Collinsville's come to play, and we'll have a travel, but it'll be a foul on the floor. Foul is before the travel, and it'll be the first team foul of this first half on Mount Vernon. Let's see what happens. 6:07 to play in the first. Tied. Actually, no, it's 5-2 Collinsville on top. They'll have the basketball off of the Mount Vernon foul. It'll be McCarthy to trigger off to the left. Brady looks to the right elbow. Nice dribble by Smith. Pulls up inside. No good. Rebound will go to Kelby Kay. Cuiava with the second Lady Ram defensive board here. 5:56 mark of the first. 5-2 Collinsville. Lady Rams looking to settle down here. Trying to make something happen off of the right. Good bounce pass up top. It'll be Aaliyah into the lane. Looking back door for Claire Ryan. And with Haldy there guarding the back door, there was not much going to slip through. 5-2 is still your score. Lady Rams will reset out of a box set. It'll come left of the bucket off of the baseline. Lady Rams in their away black with orange trim. Kelby Kake's going to have to lob it in right wing. There's Scarborough. Scarborough, Ryan, Palmer, Owens, and Cuiava, your starters tonight for Jeff Lonnan's Lady Rams. 15-3 on the year. A perfect 6-0 in the South 7 Conference. Owens with it up top over to the right side for Ryan. Dribbles off the wing. Throws up top for Cuiava. Looks over to Owens from 18 feet. She's going to hold on. Not looking to make a move just yet. Looking to set up. Her eyes are telling the story, which is a story they cannot tell. 5:20 to play in this first quarter. 5-2 is your score. Lady Rams trailing at the free throw line. It's Owens from a touch from Cuiava. Now off to the left. Here comes Palmer trying to make a seam in the lane. Scoops in. She's fouled. How about a charge? Somewhere in there, and I don't know where, there was a charge, and that'll be a turnover on the Lady Rams. That's their third turnover here. That'll be their second foul, first on Aaliyah. It's going to be tough to keep up. They are not putting the individual fouls on the scoreboard here tonight. Those starting lineups tonight, presented by Central Christian Church. Discover the excitement at Central as Brady makes some excitement off the right curl. Gets off the block, and it is 7-2. A nice run here by Collinsville. Of course, the Lady Rams progress tonight to make... And that turnover and talk led to a Lady Ram turnover, fourth, as they were looking to go up the left side in the back court. Threw it away. Lady Rams ending tonight that will set their coverage tomorrow. If they lose, they're on AM 940 here tomorrow. If they win, they're on 94.1 FM after the Rams game tomorrow. Up top, it will be number 30, Katie McCarthy, looking for Brady now inside. Good move by Smith, and we're going to have a travel. So good it was illegal. 2 turnovers here in the quarter on Collinsville. 4:38 to play here in the first. We'll look for a Rend Lake College player of the game, and of course at Rend Lake College you get a quality education, and you can save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to see which of those more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. Almost a turnover again. Smith was able to reach out and tip it out of bounds. Lady Rams will have to reset. 1-2-2 here in the early going. No, maybe some 1-3-1 from Collinsville on the full court pressure. It's tipped out of bounds, and the Lady Rams just cannot seem to get it past the volleyball line into the backcourt. 4:23 to play, first quarter. 7-2 Collinsville on top early. Palmer coming up the left side. Owens is going to be led ahead, but she's going to set the screen for Palmer. Layup short. Rebound underneath by Owens, and Hannah has 4 on the night, all 4 for the Lady Rams off of the offensive stick back. The Lady Rams are back within a possession here. 4:15 mark of the first quarter. Brady with a left-hand dribble. Again, Collinsville home whites, purple trim. A little bit of silver in there, too. Great pass to Smith underneath by Brady. It is 9-4 Kahoks. A little bit of a trap there in the corner. Scarborough lost the dribble, found Ryan in the backcourt. Throws up ahead. It's going to be Owens from Cuyava. Waits for the D to clear. Posts up. Good move by Hannah. She has 6. 9-6 your score. 3:52 to play in the first quarter. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. 3:40 to play in this first quarter. Looking for a turnaround off the left block by Haldy, and she is fouled on the way up. And Howland's going to go to the line to shoot 2. So that'll be the first foul on Hannah Owens. Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio, and the answer to that is yes. 3:37 to go at the line. Howled off of the Owens foul. That's the team's third. And, of course, first free throw was good, second was not. So 1 of 2, that trip to the line. It'll be a team rebound now for the Lady Rams, as that one went unscathed underneath. Cuyava to trigger, length of the floor to go. An offset 1-2-2 here in full court pressure. Lady Rams able to break it off the right side. Owens the bucket, the foul. Good find by Aaliyah Palmer. She's been very unselfish with the basketball tonight. And the Lady Rams with the and 1 can get back within 1 at the 3:29 mark of quarter number 1. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Log on to FordSquare.com to see the new 2013 Ford Escape, redesigned and the king of the crossover. The 2013 Ford Escape at Ford Square. 10-9 as Owens gets the 3-point play. Hannah has all 9 Lady Rams points here through the 3:20 mark of the first quarter. Off to the left wing, McCarthy looks up top for Brady and a right-hand dribble between the circles. Clock will drop to about the 3-minute mark, I would presume, on this possession. Scheider with it, had a big 3 earlier. Goes back to Brady up top. Lady Rams content with this man defense here. It's been troublesome at times here in this one, but Collinsville will turn the ball over up front and then pick up the frustration foul. 3rd turnover on Collinsville here in the quarter. And both team fouls belong to number 42, Cassidy Smith. We'll get you a quick scoreboard update here in just a moment. Interesting transpiration at the Salem tournament as Effingham led Edwardsville in the second quarter. And with 3 minutes to play here, 10-9 is your score. It's Ryan, Palmer, Scarborough, Cuyava, and Owens, your starters, of course, for your Lady Rams. Looking to a play off the block. There's Owens again. Left it short. Got her own rebound. Puts it up. Fouled in the... Oh! Look at Hannah Owens off of the right block. And got the foul. Hannah has all of the points thus far. That puts the Lady Rams on top, 11-9, and 1 is coming. 3rd foul here on Collinsville. Owens will miss the free throw this time. The rebound underneath. Who's going to come away with it? It'll be a jump ball that favors Collinsville. The score I have is 11-10. Lady Rams on top, 2:46 mark of this first quarter, and they have fought back. All 11 points in this quarter belong to Hannah Owens, where she's only missed 1 from the floor here in the early on. Scheider with it off the left wing for the Kahoks, looking up top, getting a screen. Off of the ball, she'll have to throw back to the circle for McCarthy. Right-hand dribble now. Off to the left, goes back to the right, looking to find a seam off. Blocked by Owens, out of bounds. It'll go back. That should be Lady Ram basketball, and they're going to correct that. That'll be a team rebound for Mount Vernon. It was blocked by Owens. McCarthy got a piece of it off of the miss, and Did the right thing, acted like she never touched it. Length the floor inbound, and it will be Cuiava into Ryan. Back to Scarborough. They're going to lob up ahead to try to break the press to Palmer. It's worked thus far. Now off to Owens. Off the baseline, stuck. Gives back to Cuiava off the wing. And Ryan will reset up top with the Lady Rams. 2:14 to play in the first quarter. Right wing now to Cuiava. Looking for the backdoor lob play to Scarborough. Trying to fight inside against Howell. Can't do it. Back to the top for Ryan. Now with a right-hand dribble and 2:04 to play in this first quarter. The Lady Rams look to add to this 1-point lead. A screen set for Aaliyah. Big three. If it goes, good. And Aaliyah Palmer puts the Lady Rams up 4. It's 14-10 off the Palmer tray from up top. Here comes Collinsville. The Kahoks with the basketball. Lady Rams playing very well now in man. Now they've kind of got everything underneath them. Brady with it up top. Stops free throw line extended. Looks inside. Howell's shot's going to be blocked. Rebounded. Oh, and a great play off the stick back by Boatner. It is 14-12 now. Lady Rams up by 2. Good play by Owens. Looks backdoor for Palmer, and Palmer has 4 now in the quarter. It's 16-12, and the Lady Rams are looking for a date with that championship game tomorrow here at Carbondale if they can hang on. Plenty of basketball to be played. 1:15 to play in the first quarter. It's 16-12 off to the left wing. Now that is Boatner with the basketball. Looks back off of the right elbow. Swung around by Howell into Brady. 1:09 to play in the first. It's 16-12, and if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. And this will be a turnover on Collinsville, and officially their 5th of the quarter with 54.9 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. Does Jeff Lana want a timeout? No, he doesn't. We have a substitution. That's going to be Brooke Meyer. Also coming in is number 12, Paige Giacoletto. 16-12, Lady Rams by 4, 54 seconds to play in the first quarter. Glad to have you with us from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. We'll have a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update in a moment. Try to get you up to date on some of those scores from the other midwinners. Off of the right, it's Scarborough looking into the lane. Kicks back to Cuiava, coming around off a curl. Gives back to Scarborough wing. Now looks across the way, skip pass for Palmer. She corralled it well off of that left wing and zips it up top now. Claire Ryan with it between the circles. Crossover dribble with 30 seconds. Lady Rams up 4. 16-12. Palmer with it, lost it, and that'll be a travel. She lost control of the basketball. Yes, indeed. Turnovers even at 5 apiece. Lady Rams have been able to capitalize off the turnovers a little bit more than the Kahoks have. But they're going to have a chance here with 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 16-12 your score. Andy Sloan to the Benton Range Reds in attendance here tonight. Good to see him. I almost asked him if he wanted to help us out tonight, but it's a good thing he didn't. He has to scout as it's going to come off of the right side. Brady looks in off of the right. There's going to be a foul here on the Lady Rams. That'll be on Claire Ryan. That is Ryan's second, so she has 2 of the 4 for Mount Vernon here in the early going. Let's see what we can come up with for a scoreboard update. We'll get that to you in the second quarter when we get back to the action. Up top, that's McCarthy looking around to the left. Meyer into the ball game. She's tall. Is going to hand off to the left side. Giacoletto with it. Almost lost it. Brady will recover. Pulls up with 3. Nope, underneath. That'll be a turnover. Clock will stop with 2.1 seconds. And away we go. 16-12. The Lady Rams by 4 here. 2.1 seconds to go in the first quarter. And an opportunity for Mount Vernon. Jeff London will bark in the play from the sideline. It's in to Ryan. Not paying attention to the clock, and the Lady Rams, almost as if by design, will not get the play off. After 1 quarter of play, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams 16, the Collinsville Lady Kahoks 12. This is Lady Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Startup businesses may come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time low, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Tig, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you ask, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is your home for Lady Rams Radio, WMIX.
This is Bree Haskell from Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
Hey, you may not have known this. This is the Rams on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo here with you tonight. From Carbondale, Lady Rams lead Collinsville as we head to the second quarter, up 16-12. Scarborough with it up top as the Lady Rams start with the basketball. Great save by Palmer off of the far sideline, but it's tipped back to Collinsville. Brady will rush across the timeline to the right off the block. Her layup's going to be off the mark and missed the layup. Unfortunately, could have come up with it. Lady Rams will get the rebound, and that was a great play from start to almost finish, and Brady got the great steal and just couldn't finish, unfortunately, for the Kahoks. 7:36 to play. We're in the second quarter. 16-12, Lady Rams up top. Let's see what happens here. Looking for the lob play down low to Owens. Another turnover. Sloppy ball handling by the Lady Rams here in quarter number 2. Lady Rams basketball presented by Community First Bank. Familiar faces, new places. Bank with Ray and Bria. Community First Bank's 42nd Street location in Mount Vernon. And welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. That is McCarthy off to the left wing. Looking for Scheider underneath. Throws up to the top. Now back off to the right wing for Brady. Trying to look in. Good pump fake. Throws up to the top. Scheider's three on the way is good. She is 2 of 2 today from the outside, and it is 16-15, just like that on top. Or up, down one, I should say. Collinsville. There's going to be a foul on the way to the basket. That's kind of a tic-tac foul as Palmer rushes in off the left side, but Aaliyah goes to the line to shoot too. And that'll be another foul here in the early going for Collinsville. We'll have the Second Chance Auto halftime show coming up after the end of this second quarter as Aaliyah goes to the line. She will shoot her first free throws of the game. She had 4 in the first quarter. Make it 5 as she makes the first free throw. Next one is on the way, looking to make it 18-15. Lady Ram lead grows back to 3. It's 18-15 with 6:53 to play here in the first half. Of course, the Lady Rams had a 16-12 lead after 1. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports or find us on Facebook. Pull-up coming from inside the free throw line is no good by Brady. They'll fight for it underneath. Who's going to sort it out? It'll belong to Hannah Owens and the Lady Rams. Claire Ryan in the backcourt for Mount Vernon. She'll bring it up the floor here as the point guard. 18-15 your score. Lady Rams on top. She'll roll over. Whoa. Almost a turnover forced by Brady. She has excelled defensively, and they'll get that turnover off the Lady Rams. Brady, though, will get the foul call before the travel. Great job by the Kahoks to force a turnover, and now an advantage for Brady as she will go to the line to shoot 2. As we are going to have issues with the foul count tonight. Mechanics not the sharpest, and they're not keeping track of individual fouls on the scoreboard. First free throw no good by Brady. She can make it a 2-point ball game if she makes the second. 18-15 your score, 6:15 to play in the first half. Last check at West Frankfort, Heron beats Johnston City 50-47. Harrisburg at Carmine defeats Mount Carmel 78-54. Second free throw no good. Rebound, of course, to the Lady Rams. We'll get you another score here in just a second. Piggyback on that State Farm scoreboard update. At last check, it was getting interesting, of course, at Salem. Effingham led Edwardsville 15-14 midway through the second quarter. That was at Salem. That scoreboard update's presented by Tony Wilt. We'll see what Hannah Owens can do. She'll throw it out top to Ryan. Back to the left side. Good pump fake. Scarborough throws back to Ryan. They'll swing it around to the right. Huiaba looking inside for Owens. Gives it right back. Now Ryan left alone up top. 3 on the way. It's good. And Claire Ryan will drain a big tray to make it 21-15 and open it back up to 6 with 5:37 to play here in the first. That scoreboard update, of course, presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. Find out White State Farm Jeep around town or stop in his office at 42nd South Water Tower or log in to TonyWilt.com. Get to a better state with State Farm. 21-15 your score. Turnaround coming by Howard off to the left side. Great play underneath. Haldy now. It has changed on the PA a couple of times. That's what I'm going with. Haldy with a good basket. And now Lady Rams will turn it over in the front court off of the far sideline. That will be their 8th turnover here tonight. It's 21-17, 4-point game with 5:10 to play in the first half. Collinsville will inbound in the backcourt, side out of bounds. Can't do without one of our Rams booster sponsors, All Stars and Stitches. If you can put a logo on it, All Stars and Stitches can probably print it for your school, company, or organization. They even do apparel. See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches, just west of Benton High School, or call 435-5555. They tried to thread the needle that time, but Collinsville was tipped away. Lady Rams recover. Baseline jumper's going to be long. from Scarborough. We'll have a foul coming over the back, actually breaking law of verticality, as Cuiava went up for the rebound. So that'll be a foul on Collinsville. That'll be number 4 on them. Lady Rams on top, 21-17. No, they just gave it back. Again, mechanics. The key here in the left corner to be Scarborough coming around, trying to get inside. Pulls up from 12. Shot no good underneath. Lady Rams having some trouble. Now coming off of the right, a big three from the corner by Aaliyah Palmer. She has 5 in the quarter, 10 in the game, and it's 24-17. Lady Rams are up a touchdown here with 4:32 to play in the second quarter. Looking off of the right elbow. That's Haldy with the basketball, trying to dribble in, throws back to the wing. Brady with a crossover, throws to the top for McCarthy. Looking inside, she's going to settle for Scheider coming off the left wing, dribbles in. And we're going to have a push coming off of that elbow here on the near side. 4:17 to play in the first half. It's 24-17. Lady Rams on top of Collinsville. Your community, your choice, your bank with 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Brady didn't want it, throws to the top now. For Boatner with the basketball, back in the corner, it'll come to McCarthy. Looking to the free throw line, Boatner will throw back to the top now for Brady. We'll have a backdoor cut. Nope, it'll be a corner cut now into the short corner. Scheiner, instead they go to the right elbow. Now back to the left wing. Good dribble by McCarthy, who launches a tray. No good. Rebound will go into the corner now for the Lady Rams. And here comes Claire Ryan off another Lady Ram defensive rebound. They are up 7. It's 24-17 with 3:50 to play in the first half. Lady Rams win this one. They're on the FM tomorrow at 1:15. I'll have the pregame for you right here. That means Danny Zerwinski will be in Salem with the Mount Vernon Rams at 11:30 if the Lady Rams win here today. Shot was no good underneath. Lady Rams won the foul call. They do not get it. Rebound will go to Collinsville. Brady with it up top, looking off to the right. It's going to come around off a curl, goes right block, and there will be a foul well before. Foul will be on the floor. It'll be on number 10, Claire Ryan. After one quarter at the BIT, Oakville leads Benton 15-14. To piggyback on our Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update, we'll get plenty more scoreboard updates throughout the night. Can't do it without, of course, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 3:28 to play in the first half. 24-17 is your score. This will be a 1 in bonus now for Brady. She's 0 of 2 at the line, looking to make her first free throw. Good. She'll get the bonus. Glad to have you with us on AM 940 and or online with video at WMIXsports.com as long as I press the start button. I did, so we're good to go tonight. Second free throw, no good. However, rebound will be tipped out by Collinsville. Team defensive rebound now for the Lady Rams, who are up 6, 24-18. 3:26 left to play in this first half. We'll have your second chance auto halftime show coming up at the break. And your post-game show will have your Inlake College Player of the Game or Inlake College and get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to see which program is right for you. Off to the left wing, Kelby Kay throws back to the right for Palmer. The lefty looks inside. Natalie Williamson's in the ball game for Hannah Owens. Williamson, Ryan, Scarborough, Palmer, and Cuiava in this one for Mount Vernon. 4 of the starters plus a Williamson. Off of the right, Scarborough coming around from the corner, looks to the top. Ryan's going to tip it over to Cuiava. Has Williamson scooting on the left. She's going to come into the paint. Try to act as a distraction and try to isolate a shooter. It's not going to work, but coming around off the screen, it'll be Cuiava. As Jabot and Mater Day are tied at the Nashville tournament, they're in overtime, tied at 44. My, oh, my. What a Nashville tournament that's been. We talked to Neil Hammond last week on the Saturday Sports Show. Just talk about how great that tournament has become with the addition of T-Town. 2:24 to play in the first half. It's 24-18. Lady Rams on top here. Content with moving the basketball around to try to get that play. Off the left, it's going to be Scarborough coming around off of the Williamson pass. Now bounce pass to the top for Palmer. Goes short corner off of the right side for Williamson. Dribbles once, then throws to the top for Ryan. Looking for the lob. Play underneath. Palmer lets it clear. Goes for the reverse. Won't get the bounce. Got her on rebound. Puts it up and in. Aaliyah has been huge in this second quarter. Just as big as Hannah was in the first. And the Lady Ram lead grows to 8. Their largest of the night, under 2 to play in the first half. Your Lady Ram lead is 8. Can't do it without Sarah Staley and Country Financial. Tomorrow's the day that anything can happen. Are you ready? Are the Lady Rams ready for this post play? Yes, they are. It's going to be swiped away by Natalie Williamson. Intercepted the pass. Of course, are you ready? When you meet with Sarah Staley and Country Financial, you get a one-on-one relationship and a plan that meets your goals. Country Financial, what's your idea of financial security? Sarah Staley, one of our booster sponsors on Rams and Lady Rams Athletics here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Ryan Helden for a check. Goes back up to the top for Williamson. 26-18 your score. Lady Rams up 8 with 1:15 to play here in the first half. Cuiava switched hands on the dribble, then went with two hands for a moment. Now Ryan with it, coming to the right side. 1:05 to play in the first half. Looking around to the top for Palmer. We'll drop below the 1 minute mark. Now, 26-18 is your score. Lady Rams are up 8. Looking to try to make it double digits going into the half, and that would be a big thing here. Again, Lady Rams win tomorrow. They're in the championship game. They will be on 94.1 FM at about 1:15 or following the Mount Vernon Rams game. Now, should the Lady Rams go ahead and fall here today, they'll be on the air tomorrow on AM 940 in the third place game. That'll be a steal picked away by Boatner. She'll go length of the floor. Left it short, rebound underneath. We'll go to Lady Rams. That's her 6th defensive board. Coming around off of a save by Ryan off the baseline. Off a wild pass. It'll be Palmer up top for 3. Yes, she banks it in. Another 3 by Aaliyah Palmer, and she has been magnificent here in quarter number 2. 17 seconds left. It's 29-18. The Lady Ram lead to 11. Brady runs into her own player. It's going to be tipped away underneath by Collinsville. They will turn it over for a 4th time here in quarter number 2. It's 29-18. Lady Rams on top. They look to go in the locker room with this double-digit lead. Up 11 at the moment. Cuiava will trigger. Lady Rams on top, of course, 29-18. 4 seconds left. It'll be Ryan. Bounce pass off of the baseline. They'll get out Scarborough. Needs to get a shot off. She won't. Lady Rams cannot get the shot off. Probably the biggest pet peeve that anybody should have in this game. But a heck of a first half by the ladies in black. They'll take a 29-18 lead into the break. Mount Vernon 29, Collinsville 18. This is Lady Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. The vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy offers convenience and great service, all for the same cost. Our pharmacy staff is so helpful. They're always ready to answer any questions you may have. You'll never wait hours for your prescription. We'll get you in and out in just minutes. Or, for added convenience, use one of our 2 drive-through windows. For those folks who prefer to stay home, our delivery service will bring the medications to your front door or your workplace. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black to tell you more.
Home delivery does make us stand out from the crowd. Independents like the Medicine Shop offer home delivery. People find that so convenient, and not just seniors, but also busy professionals. Delivery to work or to their home once they get home in the evening. It's just a service that sets us apart from our competition, absolutely.
It's so easy to transfer your prescriptions. All it takes is a phone call from you, and we'll take care of the rest. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy accepts Medco, TRICARE, Express Scripts, and many other 90-day plans. The Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
More Americans are on a move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
Hi, this is Melody True, Relationship Specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank has the best of both worlds. We are a locally family-owned bank that can offer you the big bank products and services. Products like free checking, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We have the products and the services to meet the needs of your personal and family life in today's world. Stop by any People's National Bank branch and ask about any one of our great products. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC.
Worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Lady Rams basketball on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 32 years. and many are priced under $10,000, plus most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles from your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, or call 244-4582.
This is Lady Rams basketball on WMIX. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
Glad to have you with us for your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Chris Hugo with you, Danny Zerwinski on assignment. He actually has a game coming up from the Midland Trail Conference Tournament on 94.1 FM as the Waltonville Spartans will battle the Sisney Running Lions. We're here on AM 940, video online at WMIXsports.com, and of course, Second Chance Auto for over 32 years, proud to have put families throughout the region to dependable vehicles at reasonable prices. Second Chance Auto, living and contributing to the community that they serve, proud to sponsor the Mount Vernon Rams. About 7 minutes before we start the second half, we owe you your Heartland Accounting halftime stats and a Tourney Wilt scoreboard update. We'll take a break, come back, get that to you. 29-18, Mount Vernon leads Collinsville in girls basketball at the half. This is Lady Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Clear and breezy tonight, a low of 30 to 34. While plenty of sunshine, windy, milder, high 54. And mainly clear tomorrow night, a low 23 to 27. Sunday, much colder. Sunshine for the most part, high of 35. Monday, even colder with some sunshine, a high of 24. And Tuesday, clouds and sun and quite cold, a high only 21. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
How does Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon stay the longest-running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois? How about free pickup and delivery and being the home of the $29.95 oil change? Plus, get financing as low as 1.5 APR, along with the best selection of certified pre-owned Harley-Davidsons. So now you know how Dale's Harley-Davidson stays number one. Dale's Harley-Davidson, open every day but Wednesday, just off of I-57 in Mount Vernon. Visit dales-hd.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
This is Joanne Joy with Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Second Chance believes in lasting relationships, and that's why generations of families have continued coming back for over 32 years. It's the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in one location, most priced under $10,000. Second Chance Auto, proud sponsors of the Rams and Lady Rams. Lady Rams win this one. They'll be on the FM tomorrow at 1:15. Audio only at WMIXsports.com. While the Rams scheduled to play Mattoon at 11:30 tomorrow on 94.1 FM. So Lady Rams, if they win, will have a doubleheader right after the Rams game on 94.1 FM. I will be here. Danny Zerwinski would be in Salem if that's the case. Now, we'll tell you if that's not the case later, should the Lady Rams fall behind. But as of right now, up 29-18 at the half, have an 11-point margin over the Lady Kahoks. Let's take a look at your Heartland Accounting halftime stats. First, we'll take a look at the unofficial team shooting. For the Lady Rams in the first half, they were 7 of 13 from the inside for 53.8%, 4 of 5 from out for 80%, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. That is absolutely phenomenal. They were 11 of 18 overall for 61%. Taking a look at Collinsville now from the inside, they were 5 of 13 for 38.5%, 2 of 3 for 67% from three-point land, 7 of 16 from the floor for 43.7%. Free throw shooting, Collinsville just 2 of 6 for 33.3%, while the Lady Rams were 3 of 4 for 75%. Lady Rams out-rebounded Collinsville 13-5. Turnover disadvantage also belongs to Collinsville 9-8. Individual scores for the Lady Kahoks, Julie Scheider has 6. Brittany Brady has 5. Carla Haldy has 3. Cassidy Smith has 2 to give them 18 points. While for the Lady Rams, they only have 3 in the book, but 2 in double digits. Aaliyah Palmer has a game-high 15. Hannah Owens had 11 in the first quarter. They really keyed on her defensively in the second. Aaliyah Palmer actually had 10 of her 15 points in that second quarter. But Aaliyah has 15, Hannah has 11, and Claire Ryan had a big trade there in the second quarter. And at the half, Lady Rams 29, Collinsville 18. We'll take a break, come back, get you set for the second half. Those were your Heartland Accounting halftime stats. Get started right and let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. We'll take a break. This is Lady Rams basketball presented by Community First Bank.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com, where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dixon, Ina. Member FDIC, equal housing.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to your Second Chance Auto halftime show. For over 32 years, Second Chance is proud to have put families throughout the region in dependable vehicles at reasonable prices. Second Chance Auto, living and contributing to the community they serve. Proud to sponsor the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. And, of course, a great first half of basketball for the Lady Rams. They led 16-12 after 1, and then outscored Collinsville to a tune of 13-6 in that second quarter to take this lead of 29-18. Again, tomorrow, a programming note. If the Lady Rams win here tonight, they'll be on 94.1 FM tomorrow, immediately following the Mount Vernon Rams game. Now, should that Rams game go into a few overtimes, anything of that nature, then we will start on AM 940 and figure it out from there, of course. But that is the plan, to come here tomorrow and have the Lady Rams on 94.1 FM if they win. If not, we'll have them on AM 940 tomorrow for that third-place game at noon. If the Lady Rams win, I'll be here. If the Lady Rams fall, Danny Zerwinski will be here. Either way, somebody will be here to cover the Lady Rams tomorrow in their trophy bid from Carbondale. We're updating on Facebook right now as we speak, trying to get that taken care of for you, as the Lady Rams will open up this second half with the lead on Collinsville. What a great matchup we've had for you here in the early going. Everything's updated on Facebook. Everything's updated on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports, or go to WMIXSports.com to find all of your social media access from WMIX Sports. We'll get the winner of Carbondale and Massac County tomorrow at 1:30. Loser gets the loser of that game at noon. Underneath, great play underneath to develop. Haldy unable to come up with the bucket. Rebound will go to Hannah Owens and the Lady Rams. They hurry across the timeline. Claire Ryan with the basketball. 7:40 to play in this third quarter. Lady Rams trying to extend the lead. Good bounce pass off of the elbow to Owens. Quick get back to Ryan coming around from the wing. Up top, Cuiava. 17-footer on the way. Good. A rainbow shot by Kelby Kay, and it's nothing but net. 31-18, the Lady Ram lead. Hopefully not an unlucky 13, with 7:23 to play in the third quarter. Mount Vernon Rams basketball tomorrow from Salem. They play Mattoon at 11:30. You can hear that game on 94.1. Listen to it on WMIXSports.com. Rams streaming video returns on February 1st against Altough. Right wing, it's Brady with it for Collinsville. They're in their away wide, and Leah Palmer is going to get picked up for a reach-in, trying to force a turnover. That'll be her second foul, first of the half on Mount Vernon. Try to get you some scoreboard updates here in just a moment. My data died on my phone for some reason. Have to pick them up off the computer here in just a second. Big three coming from Scheider. It's off the mark, off of the back. Rebound underneath will be tipped away to Kelby Kay. And here we go. Another defensive board for the Lady Rams. That's their second defensive board. Off of the right side, here we go. Courtney Scarborough held it high overhead, throws to the top for Kelby. Now off of the left wing for Claire Ryan. Off a screen, Palmer, a three-try up top is no good. Rolls off the iron. Rebound will go to Hannah. She has to come out of the paint, though, to corral the board, but no worries here as it goes back to Ryan now. Right-hand dribble, she'll roll between the circles. Edwardsville leads Effingham now 40-24 after 3. That lead was short-lived. And we'll have a push out of bounds. That'll be a foul on Brady. That'll be their first foul of the second foul. That'll be Brady's first, team's first. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt. Tony invites you to come in and join the State Farm team, or give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com, or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with State Farm. 6:11 to play in the third quarter here. It's 31-18. Lady Rams on top of Collinsville in the second half, and we're going to have another push. This one's going to be in the paint. Looks like it's going to be on Scheider. That'll be a second foul of the half here on Collinsville. With 5 locations in Mount Vernon, Dixon, and Woodlawn, Community First Bank is proud to be the official voice of basketball on WMIX. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, we encourage you to support our sponsors of Rams Athletics. And it's going to be an over and back on the Lady Rams. It was a trigger that went Aubrey, and it went into the back court. The Lady Rams will turn it over. That is their first turnover here of this second half. 6:03 mark of the third quarter. 31-18 is your Lady Ram lead. They have been dominating since the latter part of the first quarter. Nice move underneath. Boatner's going to have her shot blocked, though, by Hannah Owens. That's going to be out of bounds off of the Lady Rams, though. Team rebound will go to Collinsville. Good try underneath, but Hannah Owens got yet another block. And so they will trigger left of the basket. Collinsville basketball in their home whites with purple and a little bit of grayish trim down the sides. Lady Rams are in their away blacks with orange trim. Three coming from the right side. McCarthy is no good. Underneath, they'll fight for it. Lady Rams come away with the defensive rebound. Third defensive rebound of this third quarter. 5:39 to play in the third. 31-18 is your score. Ryan with it off of the right wing. Tripped up, gives Palmer up top. She's going to drop it off. Nope, she's going to take it herself off the backboard. No good. Rebound will come underneath for Collinsville. Here comes Brady racing into the front court. Takes it herself, and the layup is good. Good play by Abrini Brady. She has 7. And just like that, Seville is back within 11. 5:14 to play in the third. They'll lob it up ahead. Owens is going to come off of the right block. Good post-up move, but she's fouled. Couldn't get the rock to drop, but Hannah Owens will go to the line to shoot two. 5:10 to play in the third quarter. Lady Rams basketball is powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. If you need a residential loan, see Rick Pigg in Mount Vernon. Community First Bank of the Heartland, online at comfirstbank.net. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 5:10 to play in the third with Hannah Owens at the line. Makes the first, extends the lead back to a dozen, 32-20. 5:10 to go in the third quarter as time stops at the free throw line. We'll tell you another Tourney Welch scoreboard update in just a moment. Probably the most amazing stat of this game, however, is we have yet to have a timeout, the exception of the halftime break and the quarter breaks. As Owens drains both, she has 13. 33-20 is your score. Danny Zerwinski on assignment tonight. He has the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on 94.1 FM. McCarthy with it up top, right-hand dribble off of the wing, looking inside. It's going to be a cut to the corner there by Brady, looking inside, almost had it tipped away. Brady saves, actually saved into Brady. Good play there by Haldy. And a double dribble coming off of the near side. Turnover on Collinsville is their second of the quarter, trailing by 13. Lady Rams trying to extend this lead. Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio. Glad to have him aboard tonight. Glad to have all of you listening on WMIXsports.com or watching our video feed. Coming off of the right near the baseline out of the short corner was Owens. Back to the top. Scarborough gives to Ryan, and she'll back to the circle with 4:36 to play in the third quarter. We'll look for a Inlet College player of the game up ahead in our post-game show. And a play like that underneath where you turn it over off a pass into the post, probably not going to get that award done. But be that as it may, we play on with 4:36 to go in the third quarter. See Debbie and Wanda in Woodlawn at Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Lady Rams and the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase, as they will try a play underneath for Boatner. Unable to come up with it. Lady Rams did tip it out of bounds, it would seem, so it'll be Collinsville basketball underneath. Winner of this one plays at 1:30 tomorrow. Off of the left, good play at the free throw line. Good recovery by Haldy. She will scoop it to Brady. Jump stop in the lane inside the volleyball line. Play goes around the iron and good. Ironed away kind that time, and it's 9 points in the night for Brady. It's an 11-point ball game, 33-22. She forces the turnover and gets the points. Stole the ball away off of the inbound, has 6 in the quarter, and Brady's on a 4 run. That lead shrinks to 9. Coming up the left side, it's Palmer. Looking backdoor for Owens. Pass a little sluggish. And it's back to Quiava off of the elbow. She's trapped, picked up her dribble off of the baseline. Inside Owens, the turnaround, a shot partially blocked. And the rebound now will go to Collinsville. They're trying to get back. Scheider with it off of the left wing, throws back to Brady between the circles. Now at the left side, we're going to have a foul. Probably not the call there, but that will be a foul on the Lady Rams. And Hannah Owens already has 4 fouls on the night. That's not good. She picked up some fouls early and then wasn't much of a factor in the second quarter, but it's been big early here in the third. 33-24, quick inbound, quick 3 ripped, no good from the right wing for Giacoletto. 3:20 to go. The Lady Rams got the rebound of the defensive variety. 3:24 to play, third quarter action. It's 33-24. Lady Rams need a bucket to get it back to double digits. Up only 9, and it'll be stolen away again by Brady. 4th turnover of the quarter for the Lady Rams, and Brady's going to go layup and no good. Brady went up the left side and was mauled, and that's going to be a foul on Collinsville, or against the Lady Rams against Collinsville. And things not the prettiest underneath. Oh, man. We're going to take a break and come back. We'll be back in a minute. This is Lady Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Vernon Lady College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Vernon Lady College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
How does Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon stay the longest-running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois? How about free pickup and delivery and being the home of the $29.95 oil change? Plus, get financing as low as 1.5 APR, along with the best selection of certified pre-owned Harley-Davidsons. So now you know how Dale's Harley-Davidson stays number one. Dale's Harley-Davidson, open every day but Wednesday, just off of I-57 in Mount Vernon. Visit dales-hd.com and follow us on Facebook and
Watch Lady Rams basketball on WMIXsports.com. Powered by Dale's Harley-Davidson.
And we welcome you back to Carbondale here as the Lady Rams lead Collinsville 33-24, but an injury timeout. And the Lady Rams put a sub into the ball game, and Lady Rams now have 6. Now they have 5 as Hannah Owens will check out, and things have not gone smoothly over the past couple of minutes. Collinsville's at the line with Brady. Claire Ryan had to check out after there was an injury timeout. And now at the line is Brady shooting her first free throw. Brady now has 9 in the quarter and has been a major factor. It's an 8-point ball game, 33-25. Second free throw on the way, and it is going to plinko around, no good. Rebound underneath will go to the Lady Rams, their 5th defensive board of the quarter. Still 33-25. 3 minutes to play here in the third. Glad to have you with us, courtesy of Community First Bank. Familiar faces, new places. Bank with Ray and Bree at Community First Bank's 42nd Street location in Mount Vernon. And welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Colleen Scoble's into the game. She has it off of the left wing. Throws back now to Palmer. Into the corner. It'll go right side for Cuiava. To the top for Scarborough. Bounce pass to Scoble up top. It's Colleen Scoble, Natalie Williamson, Courtney Scarborough, Kelby Cuiava, and Leah Palmer for the Lady Rams, who look a little lost right now. 33-25 your score. Palmer with it up top, looking off to the right for Williamson. Instead goes to Scarborough off to the left with 2:27 to go. Scoble with the basketball. Colleen with it up top. Looks back to the left for Williamson off of the arc. Now trying to fight the defender. Throws off to the right side. Lady Rams being pressured here in the half court. As it'll be Palmer coming around to get it off the left wing. Into the corner for Williamson. 2:12 to go. I think the Lady Rams would be just content going into the quarter break, trying to hang on to this 8-point lead. When play for the last shot. 2:03 now to go as this possession will have seen a minute elapse off of the third quarter clock, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Brady, who came to attack. Certainly not the way the Lady Rams want this third quarter to go. We're going to have a timeout by Collinsville with 1:56 to play in the third quarter. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop. This year, make a resolution to support your local community and businesses like the Medicine Shop, family owned for more than 30 years. Chris Hugo with you tonight on WMIX and online at WMIXsports.com. Quick scoreboard for you. St. Anthony leads Sioux Strauss at the half of national trail play, 26-13. Sioux Strauss was undefeated in the conference previously. Also in boys action tonight at Carmi, Mount Vernon, Indiana leads Carmi 45-35 at the half. Harrisburg beat Mount Carmel tonight 78-54. In the West Frankfort tournament tonight, Heron beat Johnson City 50-47. At the Effingham girls tournament, Centralia leads Neoga 15-12 after 1. At Benton tonight at the half, it's Oakville leading the Rangers 30-18 at the break. Pinckneyville, I believe, beat Cesar-Valliere handily 53-29. We'll have a full scoreboard tonight on WMIXsports.com. That scoreboard update was presented by Tony Wilt and State Farm Insurance. Tony is glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. A minute 58 to play in the third quarter, 33-25. It'll be Lady Ram basketball at the timeout. Inbound will come side out of bounds in the front court, right in front of the Mount Vernon bench. Lady Rams in their away black with orange numerics trimmed in white. Collinsville in their home white with purple trim. 1:52 to go in the quarter. The inbound came to Scarborough. Williams is going to come right to the circle to bail her out. Ryan and Owens both on the bench right now. Owens has 4 fouls. Ryan took a spill off of the back door on a previous play down the floor against Collinsville. 33-25 the score. Lady Rams are up 8. Will drop to the minute 33 mark as Scarborough breaks off of the double team. Cuiava with it at the circle, came left side, goes back to the right, now gives to Scoble, who's trapped. Throws back to Cuiava up top, a minute 23 to play in the third. Lady Rams trying to get to the fourth quarter without suffering any more injury, and we are going to have a foul on Scheider. That'll be her second, team's fourth. Wow. Things have picked up. One of our booster sponsors, All Stars and Stitches. If you need t-shirts, hoodies, Letterman's jackets, or any type of apparel for your school, organization, or business, see Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High School. Or call 435-5555. Minute 12 to play in the third. Lady Rams with the basketball up 8. Almost stolen away. That was a good play there by Halliday, but Williams had a better play to recover. One dribble, picked it up, goes off to the right for Cuiava. Will drop below the minute mark here. Give the Lady Rams credit. They've killed 2 minutes here in the third quarter on this one possession. Off of the right wing, Palmer trying to come around, probably the offensive spark right now, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds by Collinsville. Right out of the hand of Palmer. 52.5 seconds left to go. Unsure of the severity of the possible injury to Claire Ryan. We hope she's okay. With 52.5 seconds, it'll be triggered left of the bucket. As Cuiava looks in, it's going to be a lob to Palmer. She shook loose from her gal. 3 on the way is, a little soft off the mark, and the rebound we'll go to Collinsville. They rush in the front court. It's going to be Brady leaning in. No call on the foul, but a putback no good by Halliday. Fighting for the rebound. Second offensive board. It'll be Brady lobbing a shot up. No good underneath. The rebound will go to Williamson and a foul, so that'll be a bump there. A couple of shots that time from Brady when it dropped, nor would the attempt by Halliday. That'll be the 5th foul on Collinsville with 36.4 seconds left, so Lady Rams dodge a bullet. 33-25 is your score. As Katie Brombulik will check in. Wow. Inbound length of the floor from Cuiava into the backcourt for Scarborough. Lobs up to the left side for Palmer. Pressure of full court. They have a wide open play underneath. Williamson posts up. Yes! And Natalie Williamson scores some big points here in the third quarter off the post up left side. Extends the lead back to double digits. It's 35-25. 19 seconds to play in the third quarter, presented by Community First Bank. Lob up ahead, Halliday with the basketball. Post up inside, uses the high end of the backboard. Rebound underneath, fought for, and a foul. Halliday had the right idea. They got the offensive board, their 4th offensive rebound of this third quarter, but going to the line will be Carla Halliday. 10.1 seconds left to go in what has been an atrocious third quarter for both teams. Hate to use such a strong word, but man. Of course, the pace being dictated out there right now isn't helping matters any. Scheider with it off to the left. Up to the top, Halliday now back to the right. Big 3 on the way. It's going to be off the mark. Rebound underneath. Good recovery at the buzzer. And basket off the buzzer by number 11, Scheider, is good. Off the initial miss by Brombulik. So an offensive rebound turns into second chance points. 35-27, Lady Rams after 3. This is Lady Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
I'm Meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Clear and breezy tonight, a low of 30 to 34. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, windy, milder, high 54. And mainly clear tomorrow night, a low 23 to 27. Sunday, much colder. Sunshine for the most part, high of 35. Monday, even colder with some sunshine, a high of 24. And Tuesday, clouds and sun and quite cold, a high only 21. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Did your bank recently stop offering free checking? People's National Bank still has free checking with the added convenience of a Visa check card, online banking, bill pay, money pass, and mobile banking. Stop by People's National Bank located at 522 Main Street in Mount Vernon, Illinois today for details on how to get your free checking account. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
This is your home for Lady Rams Radio, WMIX.
And we welcome back here to Collinsville for the Carbondale against Collinsville for the fourth quarter. Lady Rams on top 35-27. They will start this fourth quarter with the basketball. Inbound will come from Kelby Quiava. Lady Ram lineup to start the fourth will be Kelby Quiava, Claire Ryan, Courtney Scarborough, Hannah Owens, and Aaliyah Palmer, the starters for Mount Vernon. Good to see Claire back out there on the floor. Had some issues earlier, took a spill, but she's back in the lineup. Tried to lob it across the way and then turned it over right away. Wondering about that health now as the layup's going to be no good. Put back by Scheider's good. And Scheider's on a 4-0 run for Collinsville. And things not looking good for the Lady Rams here in the fourth. 7:44 to play. The lead is 35-29, and Ryan is hobbling. She is having issues, and it is showing in her passing. We hope she's going to be okay as they key in on Palmer. Now off to the right side. Ryan's going to have trouble getting to the basketball. You wonder right now if she should be in the game. Coming out of the corner, it's going to be Scarborough, and we'll have a quick foul. Take your pick of Brady or Scheider here on Collinsville at the 7:25 mark of the fourth. And a big two on the way, no good from Brady, or from the Lady Rams perhaps. Good defense there by Brady is what I mean to say. Got the offensive rebound. And looking off the left baseline, Ryan with the basketball. Lady Rams with the lead, up 6, 35-29. Looking a little lackadaisical here. Lackadaisical, that'd be lax for short. Into the corner it'll go, right side for Quiava, 7-minute mark. We'll have a blocking foul on Brady. It'll be 1-1 now for the Lady Rams. So Brady picks up her third foul, and this sends Kelby Quiava to the line. She has 2 in the game, looking to make that 3. See if Kelby can knock down these free throws. First one's good. She'll get another. Lady Rams closed out that third quarter with a 35-27 lead. It's 37-29 now as Quiava makes both free throws. Good job by Kelby K. Here comes Collinsville into the front court. That's McCarthy with it, looking inside. Haldy the play, yes. Haldy posted up inside as she snuck behind the defense. Gets the big bucket there. And the lead is back to 6 now as Collinsville just will not go away. Big game here from Collinsville in the second half. And a long deuce off the left side. As Kelby Quiava has 4 in the quarter. She's been big in this second half, and what a great second half of basketball from Kelby K. They need her tonight. Off to the right, McCarthy looks inside. Haldy looking to post up. No good. Rebound will be tipped. Nope. Great recovery underneath off of the left baseline by Charos. Able to save it in. Ooh, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds off to the Lady Rams. So a miss off of the right side. Had the right idea underneath. Just couldn't get it to go. And now Collinsville will trigger. Off of the sideline, far side, down 39-31. Back off to the left. McCarthy with the basketball. Has Charles off of the right elbow. Looking for Haldy underneath. Throws up good. And Haldy's been a factor here with Owens' 4 fouls. And it is 39-33. Just like that, Collinsville trying to get into this one. 6-point ball game. Lady Rams almost turned it over in the backcourt, but it's tipped out of bounds by Collinsville. They get lucky there, catch a major break. Lady Rams basketball is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. With 5 locations in Mount Vernon, Dixon, and Woodlawn, Community First Bank is proud to be the official voice of Rams Athletics. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Into the backcourt, Ryan having some trouble. She's hobbling a bit, was injured earlier. Came back into the game, lobs it across the timeline. Dangerous pass. They will go to Owens, who was blocked on the shot. Won the foul call, not going to get it. And racing up off of the defensive rebound, it's Brady up the left side. 39-33 is your score. 5:30 to play in the fourth quarter. McCarthy with it off of the wing underneath. Good play down low. Boatner gets a couple of points. And the Lady Rams are struggling here in the fourth. 39-35, only up 4. Owens with it off of the right side, looking to go back, and it'll be near the timeline. Scarborough. Skip pass comes to the left wing for Ryan. 5:15 to play in the quarter, maybe in regulation. Certainly not necessarily into the game yet. Quiava baseline jumper is no good. Rolls off the front iron. Rebound underneath. Ryan will get it. There was not much that Owens could do underneath with 4 fouls. They've made her flaccid in this game. And it's going to be a struggle without their post player. Cuiava had the right idea and a great cleanup there by the Lady Rams as Ryan found herself wide open, but a 3 from Scheidner up top. And what a big 3 that is to cut it to 3. It's 41-38 as Collinsville's making this a game with 4:45 to play in the fourth quarter. On what has not been a well-officiated contest at this point. 4:49 to play, fourth quarter action, this time out. Presented by the Medicine Shop. This year, make a resolution to support your local community and businesses like the Medicine Shop, family-owned for more than 30 years. Bottom of the hour on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Find us online at WMIXsports.com. Here in this timeout, we can update you now. A final from Salem. Edwardsville beats Effingham 54-35. A scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, see Tony at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon or online at TonyWilt.com. Get to a better state with State Farm. Link the floor inbound will come from the Lady Rams. Needing to get something done in this fourth quarter. 4:46 to play in regulation, only up 3. They've squandered a 12-point lead. And then they turn it over, can't get the ball across the front court for whatever reason, whether it be Ryan's legs being taken out from underneath her earlier, just not the leg strength to get that ball across the timeline. And that has cost the Lady Rams quite a few turnovers here in this fourth quarter. Off the left wing, it's McCarthy. Looks to the top, Haldy. Off of the right wing now for Brady, who's into the ball game. And Collinsville smells the blood in the water. Tying 3 on the way from Scheider is no good. Offensive rebound, put back is. And Haldy makes it a 1-point game as she gets the recovery off of the Scheider miss. And the Lady Rams certainly struggling here. It's a 1-point game, 41-40. They turn it over again in the front court. Up the left side for the lead. Scheider gets it. And the Kahoks are up 42-41 over the Lady Rams, who cannot do a darn thing with the basketball in the fourth quarter. We near the midway point of the fourth quarter at the 4:07 mark. Timeout, Jeff Lonnan. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop. This year, make a resolution to support your local community and businesses like the Medicine Shop, family-owned for more than 30 years. Eek. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Log on to FordSquare.com to schedule your next service appointment. Simple as that. Lady Rams were holding on for quite a bit of time, but since then have succumbed to this Collinsville Kahawk aggressiveness. Trail 42-41, 4:07 to play in regulation, and things just have not been the same since the fourth foul on Hannah Owens. And when Claire Ryan had to sit most of the third quarter with injury, coming back here in the fourth just does not seem to have that leg strength to get up and down the floor, and she is the catalyst for this Lady Ram team with the basketball. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. Glad to have you here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with you. Avery Barton back at our Mount Vernon studio. Danny Zerwinski on assignment. Jeff Crow helps bring you the video on WMIXsports.com. We hope you're enjoying that tonight from wherever you may be accessing it. Rams basketball presented by Community First Bank with 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking, member FDIC. Next championship semifinals, Carbondale, Massac County. Who will they play in the championship game? Right now, Collinsville on top, 42-41. Tip pass to left wing. They're going to move it around. Cuiava gets it off the baseline, left it strong. Hannah Owens puts it up. Nope. Rebound underneath will be taken away by Collinsville. Lady Rams are sluggish underneath. Can't get much done on the offensive end, and it is costing them here as Collinsville gobbling up the defensive boards. 3:36 to play. Collinsville looking to extend this lead, up 42-41. Looking off the left wing. Good move here by Scheider now underneath. Ooh, left it short, did Boatner, but the putback's no good either. Lady Rams can't get the rebound, unable to box out. Smith couldn't come away with it, neither could Boatner. 3:15 to play in the fourth. Lady Rams have been giving the appearance of playing not to lose, but they're just struggling down the stretch. I wouldn't call that the case. 4 fouls on Owens, foul trouble. And whatever happened to Claire Ryan is what has done the damage thus far. 3:02 to play. Give a lot of credit to Collinsville. We're in the fourth quarter. Kahawks up 42-41. Winner plays at 1:30 tomorrow. Loser plays in the third place game. Cuiava will pick up the turnover. Stole the basketball right away. Second turnover of the quarter on Collinsville. And they will pick up another foul. This will send Kelby to the line to try to shoot the one in bonus, as that is the 8th foul on Collinsville here down the stretch. Midland Trail Conference action on 94.1 FM tonight. Waltonville plays Sisney in the third-place game of the MTC tournament. Tomorrow, the Woodlawn Cardinals strive for their 5th straight MTC title as they will battle. Actually, it's Sisney and Woodlawn tomorrow night. It's Waltonville-Odin tonight on the FM. First free throw is good by Kelby Kay. She'll have a second. We're tied at 42. Big free throws here by Kelby Quiava, 2:53 mark of the fourth quarter. Collinsville's played well here in the second half. Second one's good. Kelby gives the Lady Rams that lead right back. Your committee, your choice, your bank. 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Committee First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking. Brady up the left, throws off to Scheider. Looking underneath for Haldy. Off the double team, trying to turn around off that right baseline. Right-hand dribble trying to come in the lane. We'll have a timeout, Collinsville. Lori Billy calls a timeout, probably in the nick of time there. 43-42, Lady Rams on top, 2:35 to play in this fourth quarter. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop. Fully staffed pharmacy and home medical equipment right there at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. And, of course, this year, make a resolution to support your local community and businesses like the Medicine Shop, family-owned for more than 30 years. 2:39 to go in regulation. 43-42 is your score as the Lady Rams lead by 1. It'll be Collinsville basketball at the timeout. They will reset right at the bucket. Vernon Lady College player of the game will come your way in the post-game show. RLC offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu. See how you can save thousands. Underneath, Brady's all alone. Block shot. Got her own rebound. Puts it up again. Won't miss the second time. Brady missed the first time. Got the offensive board. Put it up and in. And Collinsville's back on top. 44-43. 2:25 to play. Ryan across the timeline. Something's up. She must have been hurt significantly, but she's back in the game. Bounce pass to the left side for Palmer. They throw it across the way, and it'll be turned over. Lady Rams turned over on a bad pass to the right wing. Quiava comes and tips it away, though. And now Collinsville will have to reset side of the bounds on the far sideline. Great effort there by Kelby Quiava defensively to try to force the turnover. 2:10 to play in the fourth. We're having a sub into the ball game. That will be Beltner back in for Smith. Trigger will go into the backcourt for Brady. 2:05 to play in the fourth. Lady Rams trail 44-43. They trap her in the corner. She's able to find Scheider, who throws right back to Brady at the circle. Back to Scheider on the right sideline. 44-43 is your Collinsville lead with 1:56 to go. Bodner with it in the corner. Back to Scheider along the sideline. They're passing around the perimeter here. Trying to draw the Lady Rams out. Back to the circle for Brady. Looks off to the right, Scheider. 1:45 to play. Fourth quarter action from Carbondale Midwinter Tournament. This is a championship semifinal. Lady Rams trailing Collinsville 44-43. Brady between the circles. They're passing around the perimeter. Not quite four corners, but almost. Coming off for the right. Brady looks back between the circles for Scheider. Left-hand dribble. Picked it up. Nobody there to help her out. Finally, he's able to find McCarthy. Quiava reaching in. Almost forced a turnover. Back left of the circle for Brady. 1:19 to play in the fourth. Lady Rams down 44-43. Winner plays at 1:30 tomorrow. Loser at noon in the third place game. McCarthy brings it to the right, drops it off for Brady. Lady Rams only have 4 fouls here in this second half. We'll see if that becomes a factor. Scheider coming off of the right, stops off the wing, and Scarborough's down. Scarborough's down, going to have to get up. They can't take advantage of Collinsville. Scarborough gets up, but she is limping. Quiava almost tips it away. Finally comes up with a turnover. Coming up the left side, looks to Scarborough. She's blocked and fouled. Scarborough is fouled as she runs to the basket, and there's probably about 5 different calls you could have made there. There were 2 turnovers, a couple of fouls on both sides, and lo and behold, the Lady Rams are going to catch a break. So it'll be a 1-on-1 for Courtney Scarborough. 44-43 is your score. We'll see if she can make the first, and then we'll tell you about Sarah Staley of Country Financial. Makes the first. What you don't know or understand about your existing policies can end up hurting you and your family. With the right help from Country Financial, almost any family can achieve financial security. Develop a plan to meet your goals with your Country Financial representative in Mount Vernon, Sarah Staley. Scarborough makes 1 and 2. Rebound will go to Collinsville. We're tied at 44 with 46 seconds. It'll be Brady across. Nope, she's going to pull it back a little bit, walk it across the timeline, left of the circle. Collinsville with the basketball, moving left to right. Tie ball game at 44. 35 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Off of the left, it's Brady. Looking underneath, finds Haldy. They will not foul. She will not make the bucket, and the rebound underneath will go to Aaliyah Palmer. Lady Rams with a great opportunity here with 23 seconds off the left. We're tied at 44. Short corner. Palmer looks back to the top for Cuiava with 18 seconds. Will we go to overtime or will Lady Rams get a bucket? 14 seconds to go. And Jeff London wanted the timeout. Will they give Jeff London the timeout? They will not give Jeff London the timeout. Jeff London wanted the timeout. The official looked right at him. Claire Ryan fell for an over and back, and now Collinsville gets a timeout. You have got to be kidding me. Wow. The official looked right at Jeff London calling for a timeout. He will not get it. Claire Ryan fell over the timeline. And we're going to call it like we see it. Absolutely wrong. 11 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Big opportunity for Collinsville. They have to capitalize. There is a past history with this particular official in Mount Vernon, of course, from a prior game a couple years ago. Jeff London not happy. The official looked right at him as he was calling for a timeout, did not grant it. Ryan fell across the timeline, and Collinsville needs to strike here with 11.7 seconds. Halftime of the third-place game in Midland Trail play. Waltonville leads Odin 27-24. That game on 94.1 FM. Audio on WMIXsports.com. Wow, big, huge break for Collinsville. We'll see if they can capitalize. Tied at 44 with 11 seconds to play in the fourth. Winner heads to the championship tomorrow at 1:30. Loser plays at noon for third place. If the Lady Rams lose, they'll be on AM 940. If the Lady Rams win, they'll be on 94.1 FM. Audio only either way. Collinsville inbound, side out of bounds at the scorer's table near half court. It'll be McCarthy to inbound with 11.1 seconds. Into the backcourt it'll go. Scheider with the basketball. Throws to the circle for Brady. 8 seconds to go across the timeline. Goes right, bumps in, got away with the push-off. No, they recognize the push-off with 4.9. You cannot extend your arm like that on a push-off, and Brady extended her arm full length. That's going to be an offensive player control foul. And we're tied at 44 with 4.9 seconds, and holy cow, they grant a timeout. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop, as was the last one. My apologies. This year, make a resolution to support your local community and businesses like the Medicine Shop, family-owned for more than 30 years. And what a great one we've had come down to the wire with 4.9 seconds to go. We are tied at 44. This is a full timeout. We're keeping it here. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. Your Heartland Accounting scoring will come in your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. We'll try to get you one more Tony Wilt scoreboard update in addition to your Ren Lake College Player of the Game. All coming up in your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Of course, if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon and Woodlawn in Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 4.9 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Lady Rams will have the basketball coming out of the timeout. Winner gets Carbondale or Mastac tomorrow. Loser gets one of the same two teams tomorrow at noon. Again, Lady Rams win. They're on 94.1 FM with myself tomorrow. Lady Rams lose. They're on AM 940 tomorrow with Danny Zerwinski. 44-44 your score. 4.9 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Should be a length of floor inbound coming out of the timeout. Man, oh man, an offensive player control foul, which is a non-shooting violation, obviously. Costs the Kahoks big here in the fourth. Brady extended her arm, got whistled for the foul. 4 seconds, quick inbound. It's going to be Cuiava across the timeline, races the basket. Runner is no good. We are headed to overtime. We'll head to overtime and tell you all about it. We're back in a minute.
Looking for a rewarding career? Then Withers Broadcasting is looking for you. We have positions available in our traffic department. If you love entering data, interacting with people, and dabbling in accounting, you'll love being a traffic director. Prior experience with radio traffic systems, billing, or accounts receivable is preferred, but not required. Email your inquiry or resume to Lisa Roddy at mvn.net or via mail to Withers Broadcasting, P.O. Box 1508, Mount Vernon, Illinois, 62864. Withers Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Sunday, it's the championship round of the NFL playoffs as we bring you a special doubleheader. Hi, this is Scott Graham. Join me and the rest of our Dial Global Sports crew from the Subway Fresh broadcast booth for all the action. First, the San Francisco 49ers head to Atlanta to take on Matt Ryan and the Falcons. Then, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots host Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL playoffs are right here.
Your radio home for Conference Championship Sunday is 94.1 FM WMIX.
This is Joe David Cummins from Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back. We head to overtime here at Carbondale. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams and Collinsville are all tied up at 44, battling for a championship berth tomorrow. Lady Rams win. They're on the FM tomorrow at 1:15. Lady Rams fall. They're on AM 940 at 11:45. A win would mean the Lady Rams would follow the Mount Vernon Rams tomorrow. A loss means that they're on at the same time, different sides of the dial. The Mount Vernon Rams battle Mat 2 tomorrow. Lady Rams looking for a championship berth. It'll be Owens and it'll be Haldy to tip in overtime. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Tip will be controlled by Collinsville. New life breathed into both teams here as we head to overtime. Brady throws off to left. McCarthy lurking the zip in down low. Haldy leans in, gets it off the glass. The important story here in overtime is the fact that Hannah Owens for the Lady Rams has 4 fouls and defensively hasn't been able to do much because of it. 46-44, Collinsville on top, off to the left elbow. Owens goes back to the right side for Claire Ryan. Leans in, she's fouled. That'll be a blocking foul on Haldy. And that'll send Claire Ryan to the line to shoot 2 here in overtime. Free throws are going to be huge down the stretch. We appreciate the support of Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX. And if you're around Dix, stop in and say hi to Debbie and Mary at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. First free throw, no good from Claire. She can try to make it a 1-point game at the 3:32 mark here in overtime. Second one's on the way. It is no good. Rebound will go to Collinsville. It's Brady with the basketball. 3:26 to go in overtime. 46-44, Collinsville on top. Are the Lady Rams out of gas? It's Brady with it at the circle. Looks off right. Comes to the right off the dribble. Throws in the corner for McCarthy. Looking to drop it inside. Lady Rams will get the turnover. And we will have a foul. Looks like it'll be on Collinsville. 46-44 is your score. 3:14 mark of overtime. Kelby Cuyava, who's been effective tonight, will shoot the double bonus as they will send Smith into the game. They have not displayed the foul count on the scoreboard, so it's been hard to double check. 3:14 mark. We wonder if facets of the scoreboard aren't working because they don't keep track of individual scores anymore either. Cuyava will make the first free throw. She has been big in the fourth quarter and beyond. She has 9. Looking to tie it here at 46. Second free throw in round is going to be long, overcompensated. It's going to be tipped around on the rebound. Who will come away with it? Palmer looks to get it. It'll be an offensive rebound and a big one for Mount Vernon. Backside. It's Ryan. She's blocked on the way up. No call. And the rebound will come to Collinsville. Ryan was blocked on the way up. Couldn't finish strong. And here comes Collinsville with a big defensive rebound. 2:56 to go in overtime. 46-45. Kahoks on top. It's going to be Brady off of the right. Throws left block or left elbow for Smith. Over to the right side for Boatner. Leans in. That's going to be a player control foul. Can't lean your elbow into the opposition like that, so that'll be a turnover now on Collinsville. That is their 7th of this second half and into overtime. 46-45, and the Lady Rams have a chance to take the lead here with 2:45 to play in OT. We hope to get to talk to Jeff London in our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. We'll see what happens. It usually comes up, win or lose, but man, what a rough second half it has been. 2:40 to play in overtime. It's 46-45. Collinsville on top. Lady Rams with the basketball in the front court. They're moving right to left as you look at your radio. Up top, Cuyava with it. Looking inside, Owens leans in off glass. Good, and a foul. Count it. Hannah Owens gets her first point since her free throws in the third quarter and now has an and one. That'll be a foul on Smith. That is her 4th foul. And with 2:30 to go in overtime, the Lady Rams can get a big 2-point lead here if Hannah Owens can make the and one. Free throw on the way. It is no good. Rebound underneath to Collinsville. They can take the lead on this possession. Regain that lead at 2:25 mark of overtime. Brady will cross the timeline, and of course, familiar faces are in new places. Banketh Ray and Bria, Community First Bank's 42nd Street location. And welcome back to Personal Banking. Off of the right, it's Smith. They're going to switch around in lane defensively. It's going to be tipped away. Who's going to get the ball? It's going to be underneath. Smith comes away with it. Jump ball, jump ball, jump ball. Turn. No, timeout. They're going to give Lori Billy the timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. This year, make a resolution to support your local community and businesses like the Medicine Shop, family owned for more than 30 years. 2:10 to go in overtime. Glad to have you. 47-46 is your score. We are here in what is going to make a late start, more than likely, in the 9 o'clock game. They'll get started somewhat on time, as long as this one doesn't go to another overtime. The Centralia Orphans lead Triad 11-7 after one. It's a Salem tournament. Scoreboard updates, of course, presented by Tony Wilton State Farm Insurance. We are broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler, your Jeep headquarters of Southern Illinois, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Don't forget about their Express Lube. You can walk right on in without an appointment, or if time is always a factor for you and you work like TikTok on a schedule, schedule your appointment online at kingcitychrysler.com. 2:10 to play in overtime. It'll be Collinsville basketball. They're moving left to right. This will be a right court inbound. They'll come out of a box set underneath the right side of the bucket here with 2:10 to go. Collinsville's down one. Let's see what happens on the inbound. It'll be McCarthy to trigger. Looking inside, she's able to find Smith off the left elbow. Into the corner, McCarthy a three. No good. It bounces off underneath the rebound. No good. Rebound will go to Owens. Comes out of the huddle with it. Big play there by Hannah Owens to get the defensive board. And here come the Lady Rams up one with 1:55 to play in overtime. Ryan with it at the circle. Up one, 47-46. Off a double team, throws left to the circle for Ryan. Lob play to Palmer. Underneath, Owens looks inside off glass, too strong. Owens couldn't get the bucket, and we will have a foul on the Lady Rams. This will be just their fifth, so it'll be a length of the floor inbound. So that is Palmer's third foul. 1:39 to play in overtime. It's 47-46. Brady's going to come around off the right side. Doesn't quite lean in. Turns it right over. Turnover Collinsville. Up one are the Lady Rams. They have the basketball into the front court. It's Ryan left of the circle. Looking off to the right side. Throws to Palmer. Shakes her defender. Leans in herself. Gets the bucket. And Aaliyah comes up with big overtime points. Lady Ram lead grows to 3 with 1:15 to play in overtime. Here comes Collinsville down 3, 49-46. Off to the left wing, Scheider. She's been big from beyond the arc tonight. Looks around to the top, able to find Boatner. Now off to the right wing, Brady. Scheider comes underneath, tipped away. Another turnover, Collinsville, and a foul. This will be a reach-in, it would appear, on number 30, Katie McCarthy. And going to the line is Aaliyah Palmer, but don't exhale yet. 1:01 to play in overtime, 49-46, and Aaliyah has some big free throws to make here down the stretch. Oakville beats Benton tonight, 49-37 at the Benton Invitational. Edwardsville, after trailing Effingham early, comes back to win at Salem. First free throw, no good. Oh, man. On Twitter, we're at WMIX Sports. Aaliyah trying to salvage this trip to the line, trying to make it 2 possessions. Second free throw's good. Big free throw there by Aaliyah. 4-point game, and it is 50-46. So Giacoletto will come into the game for Collinsville. 50-46 your score. Will drop below the 1-minute mark in overtime. Will there be a second overtime? Will there be more overtimes? We'll find out. Off to the left, it is Scheider with the basketball. Left side now for Giacchetto. Underneath, they're going to turn it over again. So Collinsville, another unprecedented turnover. That's 10 in the second half, including overtime. And the Lady Rams have an opportunity, and a major one at that, with 47 seconds to go. A win means I am back here tomorrow at 1:30. A loss on 94.1 FM. A loss means DC's here tomorrow on AM 940, while the Rams play at Salem on 94.1 FM. 50-46 your score. Up top, it's going to be a bounce pass backside. Palmer underneath. Yes! Aaliyah Palmer puts the Lady Rams up 6 with 35 seconds. Collinsville's down 2 possessions, 30 seconds to play in the quarter. It's Brady running across the timeline. Left, blows past the defense, gets a tic-tac foul. Up the right side, it'll be a reach-in on the Lady Rams. Just their 6, and Collinsville will have to re-inbound. Maybe not such a bad thing with 7.1 seconds. What a great game this has been. Collinsville will come out of the box set, give the Lady Kahoks a lot of credit, give the Lady Rams a lot of credit. Have played with a tremendous intensity here in the fourth quarter and overtime. Up on the right side, Giacchetto with it, looking underneath. Reach in by Palmer. That'll be turnover number 11 for Collinsville. And with 22 seconds, the Lady Rams look as if they might have just shaped their own destiny here. Ryan will bring it across the timeline, fouled by number 11, Scheider. And so Ryan will go to the free throw line where she's 0 of 2 in overtime. We'll see if that changes her luck at all. 15.8 seconds left to go, and the Lady Rams trying to play in this championship tomorrow. Ryan's first is good. You can hear the applause. 53-46. It's now a 3-possession ball game. 15.8 seconds left to go. Ryan looking to make it 54. It is 54-46, and the Lady Rams are going to play tomorrow night, barring a Reggie Miller play, or tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 against the winner of Carbondale Massac. Coming up the right side, Brady's going to be left to score. And they will call a timeout. So Brady turns into a 6-point game, 54-48. We'll have your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show coming up. But remember, this timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop. This year, make a resolution to support your local community and businesses like the Medicine Shop, family-owned for more than 30 years. What a game this has been. A competitive one between Mount Vernon and Collinsville for the berth tomorrow in the championship game here at Carbondale. Collinsville's come in struggling on the year, but they play in that tough Southwestern Conference with the likes of Edwardsville. Hard to win a game in that conference, but they have a 3-5 mark fighting their own and trying to come away with a championship berth here. Not over yet. 8.2 seconds left to go in overtime. Coming out of the timeout, Lady Rams basketball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. They will bring you all of the action tomorrow on the dial. We'll have a bunch of games lined up for you. On the FM, we'll have the Mount Vernon Rams at 11:15 as they battle Mattoon in a consolation semi from Salem. Then, depending upon what the Rams do, that's depending upon the rest of the day. If the Lady Rams win, they're on the FM after the Rams. If something happened at Collinsville, comes back and overtakes Mount Vernon, Lady Rams will be on the AM. But we'll set you straight in the Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. We promise you that. 8.2 seconds left to go. We're in overtime, 54-48. There'll be a box inbound here for Lady Rams who just want to get the ball inbounded with 8 seconds. Technically should not be a 10-second clock, and we're going to have a foul in the backcourt on Scheider. That'll be her 4th, and that'll send Kelby Cuiava to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be a tough go for your Ren Lake College player of the game in our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. We're going to have to pick one. Not going to be easy, but we'll do the job. Five seconds to go in overtime. Cuiava makes the first. It's back to a 3-possession game, 55-48. Lady Rams will battle the winner of Carbondale and Massac County tomorrow if they hang on here. 5.1 seconds left to go. I said 5 a moment ago, but in radio speak, looking at an FM dial, that would be 5 seconds straight up. 55-48 your score. Kelby trying to make it 8. She does. Kelby makes both free throws. She's been huge down the stretch. I have no clue who the player of the game is going to be at this point. Lady Rams are up 8. 3 seconds to go across the timeline. Scheider launches a 3 from the wing. It is no good at the buzzer. And the Lady Rams hang on to win. 56-48 is your final. We'll tell you all about it in our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. This is Lady Rams basketball presented by Community First Bank.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 32 years. And many are priced under $10,000, plus most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles from your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, or call 244-4582.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy offers convenience and great service, all for the same cost. Our pharmacy staff is so helpful. They're always ready to answer any questions you may have. You'll never wait hours for your prescription. We'll get you in and out in just minutes. Or, for added convenience, use one of our 2 drive-through windows. For those folks who prefer to stay home, our delivery service will bring the medications to your front door or your workplace. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black to tell you more.
Home delivery does make us stand out from the crowd. Independents like the Medicine Shop offer home delivery. People find that so convenient. And not just seniors, but also busy professionals. Delivery to work or to their home once they get home in the evening is just a service that sets us apart from our competition, absolutely.
It's so easy to transfer your prescriptions. All it takes is a phone call from you, and we'll take care of the rest. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy accepts Medco, TRICARE, Express Scripts, and many other 90-day plans. The Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Lady Rams basketball on WMIX. The Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back for your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Lady Rams win this one overtime by a final of 56-48. Glad to have you with us from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Chris Hugo along with you tonight. We'll have Jeff Lonan to talk with us in just a moment. We hope about this Lady Rams victory over Collinsville. It took overtime, but the Lady Rams win this one.
Hospitals trusted.
Big. It's the top of the hour, of course. Here on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, come back, get you set with some scoring and stats. This is Lady Rams basketball and the Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show on WMIX.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Digg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you ask, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're all pressed for time. Work keeps piling up on your desk, the kids have practice, and you have to find time for dinner. Hi, Roy Schmidt Ford dealer at Ford Square and Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center in Mount Vernon. With all the miles you put on your vehicle, it's easy to forget about servicing your vehicle. Allow me to introduce 2 websites to make your service experience even easier. At FordSquare.com and KingCityChrysler.com, you can schedule your service appointment online. You tell us what you need, and we will make it happen. Or, if you're really on the go, try our new Express Lube at King City Chrysler with no appointment necessary. It's that simple. Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, and King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway of Mount Vernon. Find us online or on Facebook.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
Daily schedules, scores, video, and more. Log on to WMIXsports.com. Back to the Lady Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Glad to have you with us. The Lady Rams beat Collinsville tonight in overtime, 56-48. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Chris Hugo to tell you all about it as we come at you with your Heartland Accounting scoring here in the postgame for Collinsville. Individual scores are led by Abrini Brady unofficially with 18. 13 from Julie Shiner, 11 from Carla Haldy, 4 from Samantha Boatner, and 2 from Cassidy Smith give them their 48. Meanwhile, for the Lady Rams, led by 20 from Aaliyah Palmer, they had 15 from Hannah Owens, 11 from Kelby Quiava, 7 from Claire Ryan, a bucket from Natalie Williamson, and a free throw from Courtney Scarborough give the Lady Rams their 56-48 win in overtime. Taking a look now at some scores from around the area. Of course, those stats are calculated by Heartland Accounting. Get started right. Let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. Let's see what else we have for you. What have we just tweeted? We've tweeted at WMIX Sports. Waltonville after 3 leads Odin 44-28. After 3 quarters at the Nashville tournament, Central leads T-Town at halftime 28-24. Final from West Frankfort as Goreville beats AJ 75-63. Goreville's in that championship tomorrow night. Looks like here at Carbondale, as we tweeted as well, Lady Rams beat Collinsville 56-48. We'll try to catch up with Jeff Lonin here on your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. We will have him on tomorrow to talk on the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX AM right here and WMIXsports.com. That's tomorrow 8:08 until 10 o'clock, we sure hope. They'll join us tomorrow morning. We're going to talk with Scott Gamber as well. We'll have Dave Wagner on to talk about the boys bowling sectional tomorrow at New Bowl Lanes. That'll get started at 9 o'clock, so he, the saint that he is going to squeeze us in around the 8:45 mark so that we get to talk to Super Dave tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show. But little high school boys bowling is a sectional, believe it or not. Yes, a sectional at New Bowl Lanes this year. Girls sectional, believe it or not, will be 2 weeks. February 2nd will be the girls sectional at New Bowl Lanes. So big things happening in Mount Vernon bowling as they get to host the IHSA sectionals. We know we have those 3 lined up. We're working on plenty more for an impressive lineup. We'll also run down your 1A and 2A girls basketball seeds tomorrow morning and the pairings as well. We hope you'll join the Saturday Sports Show, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Lady Rams will play tomorrow, 94.1 FM, immediately following the Mount Vernon Rams game against Mattoon. So barring any overtimes, of course, we will get you started on 94.1 FM. Should the Rams game still be going when the Lady Rams get started, we'll start on AM 940. We'll tell you all about it, though, a little bit later on. Jeff Lonin still has not emerged from the locker room just yet. We'll take a break, come back, talk some more. This is the Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show on Lady Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, with a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
How does Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon stay the longest-running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois? How about free pickup and delivery and being the home of the $29.95 oil change? Plus, get financing as low as 1.5 APR, along with the best selection of certified pre-owned Harley-Davidsons. So now you know how Dale's Harley-Davidson stays number one. Dale's Harley-Davidson, open every day but Wednesday, just off of I-57 in Mount Vernon. Visit dales-hd.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321, extension 1207, or visit rlc.edu.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. Jeff Crow bringing you the video on WMIXsports.com. Avery Barton keeping it under control back at our Mount Vernon studios. Tomorrow, Lady Rams will be on the FM immediately following, or at 1:15, of course, in the afternoon, depending on which happens first, latest, whatever. Either way, the Lady Rams will be on the FM tomorrow here in the championship game. I will be here. Danny Zerwinski will be in Salem with the Mount Vernon Rams as they battle Mattoon. We hope you'll join us for what should be an outstanding night of basketball. 4 games up to tomorrow on WMIX AM and FM. We look forward to having the Woodlawn Cardinals in their championship appearance again in the Midland Trail Conference coming your way. We don't know the side of the dial they will be on, but we'll have that. We'll also have any Rams games for you tomorrow here on WMIX. We'll have the Lady Rams here for you on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. And Jeff Lonin, he's not from Jersey, I'm not from Jersey, but Jeff Lonin getting ready to join us now here on your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Lonin, I'll tell you what, it was scary there for a tip, especially when you were trying to get the timeout. They looked right at you and didn't give it to you. And then the turnover. Thought things were going to go to heck right there, but thankfully Lady Rams showed tremendous poise, able to recover. And you can't just point it at one thing. You had Hannah Owens with 4 fouls early on. That kind of took her out of things defensively. Yeah. You guys made key shots at the right time. You made free throws at the right time. And, you know, since that injury, and I hate to bring that up, but the 5 girls on the floor playing as a cohesive unit, I'll let you talk eventually, I promise. The 5 girls out there at a time playing as a cohesive unit has never been stronger for Lady Rams basketball.
No, and I think that was there's something happened out there tonight. And I think what I told the kids in the locker room, you know, 9 out of 10 teams lost that game. And that's just a fact. I mean, we had 2 kids really playing hurt. One had a bruised tailbone. Courtney got knocked out about 3 times. Claire was down. Hannah had 4 fouls. Claire also had 4 fouls plus a bruised butt. And we used kids off the bench. We used Colleen Scoble to run 2 minutes off the clock just to get out of the first half, you know, alive. Nat came in and played the greatest 3 minutes or 4 minutes a substitute or a 6-man's played for us in a long, long time. And then we have to go to overtime, and you know, we're pooped. I mean, I didn't think we could get up and down for 4 more minutes. But you know, you're right though, Chris. There is something a little bit special about this group, and you know, it really. I mean, I'd be silly. I'm probably a pessimist. You know, I probably look at it as half empty all the time, and I'm always looking at all the things we can do better, and probably don't, you know, credit us enough for the things we do good. But tonight they really impressed me. They really did, because you know, that's a pretty good basketball team out of the Metro. They're bigger than us and stronger than us probably from just a, you know, matchup standpoint, and they just found a way to get it done. And you know, when you got kids that can do that, and you don't get groups like that very often. You know, a lot of them are high maintenance, high challenge, fall apart, you know, not cohesive. This one was all of the above and more tonight.
Well, all the above indeed. And you take a look at how your team played tonight. You take a look at whom they might face tomorrow, a tough Massac County team or a tough Carbondale team that you've already seen twice. It's going to be tough either way, but you know what? After a win like that against a Collinsville team that their record doesn't show just how good they are. They play in the tough Southwestern Conference with Edwardsville. They get beat up and down by them twice a year, and you take a look at whom they play and their strength of schedule, and have your work cut out for you tomorrow, but I think you have to feel good with this outcome coming into tomorrow's championship.
Absolutely, and tomorrow we're going to be tired. And I told the kids in the locker room, no matter how hard this group plays down here, whether it be Massac or Carbondale, whoever emerges as the winner, no matter how hard or how long this game goes, we are going to be the more fatigued team tomorrow. There's no question. We had to play 4 extra minutes, and we were already beat to death when we started that. So, you know, I'm cautiously optimistic tomorrow. I certainly, looking at tomorrow, I'm certainly excited about the prospect of playing in a championship game, which we don't, you know, we played in the regional final last year and almost got that done, but not quite. Now here we are again knocking on the door, and we always said, and, you know, Paul standing here, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, he asked me, you know, what's your goals? And, you know, I said, hey, we want to get to a point where we win 20 games a year, and we finish in the top half of our conference, and we compete for championships. And tomorrow we're competing for another championship. But listen, until you win one, you know, you can't turn that next page. And we're giving ourselves a chance again now. And I'm excited. But I'll tell you what, we're going to be sore tomorrow, and we're going to have to reach down in the tank. That's all I'm going to tell you, because we laid it on the line tonight now.
You laid it on the line. Heck of a coaching effort, I thought, down there tonight. And I'm going to put you on the spot. Yeah. I have the tough task of choosing a Rend Lake College player of the game. And, of course, Rend Lake College over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands. Pick a player of the game for me.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Or do you want me to just bail you out and give your entire team, since everybody out there played hard tonight?
Well, yeah, I can't pick one. Heck, you know, you could give it to any one of them. I mean, I think it's very unfair in a game like this, and it's a good question. I'm not saying you're unfair, but I think it's unfair. It would be for me, after what those kids gave me each as individuals tonight, for me to, you know, isolate or single out any one of them. So I'm just going to default to the standard answer in this situation, which is the correct answer, and that's the Lady Ram basketball team.
I'm going to tell you why that is okay. Claire Ryan, number 10, of course, I'm going in numerical order, had to come out with injury for a bit. Things kind of got away as far as an organizational standpoint there on the floor. Claire came back in, things were a little hectic there for a little bit. Once she calmed down, she made some big free throws down the stretch. Aaliyah Palmer had a big second quarter, also a big overtime. Kelby Quiala from fourth quarter on was strong defensively all night. Hannah Owens was strong early on to help put you guys on top early. Big difference in this game. And as far as your 5 starters, I know I'm missing somebody. Courtney Scarborough went unnoticed probably in the scoring column with the 1 free throw, but had a big night, just kind of hanging in there, hanging tough, and keeping things organized with player of the game. So you're starting 5 plus Natalie Williamson comes off the bench to get a big bucket in the third quarter when things were looking sort of bleak. She played big tonight, so that's why your Lady Rams, all of them, are your Rend Lake College player of the game.
And Colleen Scoble.
Yeah, she had to come in at a tough time with the injury time.
There's 3.5 minutes to go, and we got 2 starters in foul trouble. One's laying on her butt down here because she tried to take a charge, and I'm not going to talk about that call, but I'll just let you make the decision where you thought it was a good one or not. But anyway, she took a charge, didn't get the call. She's down for about 2 minutes. I think she's broke her back. I got to turn over. Hey, I got to get Hannah out. I got to get Claire out because she's hurt, and I got to find a guard to get in there for Claire. So we just decided we'd go into flex and just run flex for as long as we could and try to get out of the half ahead 8. And I just reached for one of them, and the first one I reached for was Colleen. And she did wonderful. She came in, and all she had to do was catch it, pass it, throw it to the right person. And believe me, that's harder than it looks. There's not a whole lot of girls, believe me, in that situation that could go in there and be that cool, calm, and collected and just do their job and not try to do too much. Well, but I want to give her a little kudo, too.
Well, and they all deserve the kudos tonight. Jeff Lonick, congratulations on a big 56-48 win over Collinsville. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
16 wins, and that is our goal. That is our win total from last year. I'm very proud of these guys, these girls. Tomorrow we're going to go for number 17, and whatever happens tomorrow, I guarantee you they're going to play hard.
There you go. Lana, we'll see you here tomorrow.
All right, guys.
Here in Carbondale.
Thanks for coming.
That's Jeff Lana, head coach of the Lady Rams. There's your Rend Lake College player of the game on your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Thank you to Community First Bank, our title sponsor, and thank you to all of our sponsors here tonight. Thank you to listening. Thank you for watching. We'll be back here tomorrow. 1:15 will be your pregame on 94.1 FM. We'll have audio here on WMIXsports.com. Reminder, if the Rams and Mattoon run long, we'll start on AM 940 and finish with a simulcast. We'll be on WMIXsports.com. Regardless, we hope you'll tune in. For Jeff Crow, for Avery Barton back to studio, and for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams basketball and watching on WMIXsports.com. I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of your final score. The Lady Rams 56, Collinsville 48 in overtime. This has been Lady Rams basketball. Good night from Carbondale.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams basketball on